they're
Yes.
they're on point when it comes to fire making. And but the great thing about hemlocks is that they can survive in pretty adverse conditions, and they can survive on their own. But the healthiest, strongest, most mature ones are ones that have been found in small groves. And so we said, yes, that preaches.
Great analogy. Yes,
that
yes.
whole idea of,
Yeah.
yes, we can do life on our own, but life is much more powerful when we are interacting with others,
Yes.
and kind of contributing to the betterment of everyone around us. And so we said, what are some of the qualities of community that we want campers to really be able to understand and articulate? And so a group of us came up with a whole long list of qualities, and we narrowed it down. And we basically said, okay, of these qualities, which are the ones that we've always done really well at Skylake and can already have that experience from, and just articulate it.
Right.
And so we said, learning is important to our community. We've always valued those kind of unplanned moments to learn more about ourselves, about the world around us, and about the God who created us. We talk about interdependence. So we had a kind of a team building guru come in. He traded a night's stay in one of our apartments. We're kind of halfway between a camp that he does a training for and his house. So it's a win-win. And I was talking to him about this, and he kind of stops and says, interdependence? That's a big word. And I said, yes, because we value learning. We value those big words that really, interdependence, that whole idea that we are dependent upon one another, that we can't do it alone.
Right.
Is important, and we want to articulate it. It goes, that's pretty great. We talk about compassion, this idea that Christ was compassionate toward others, and that we are called to be compassionate ourselves.
Amen.
We talk about whole safety. Whole safety is this idea that not only are we concerned about a person's physical safety, but also their spiritual, emotional, and mental safety. Sure. And so we do that through a variety of methods, making sure that there's always a counselor with the groups, that the place is looking clean, and we're keeping everything up to date, and we're members of and accredited by the American Camp Association, kind of the benchmark for the camping industry. We talk about faithfulness too. So that's Thursday, and that's when we have our Hemlock Community Gathering, where everyone in the camp community that week gathers. We do worship, and we also celebrate. Last year we celebrated an individual. This year we're going to be celebrating an individual family group, so that the group is working toward receiving the Hemlock Community Value Award for that particular week of camp. And we talk about faithfulness, particularly that day, because we want to invite people into a deeper commitment to something greater than themselves. For us, that presents as building upon the relationship that Christ set in our lives. Some are like, I'm not sure I'm there yet.
Right.
So we're saying, okay, keep coming. This is a journey. We're not a destination. Let's keep working on this, because there's something about Christ that is calling you right now.
Yes.
And you might not be ready to make that ultimate commitment, but let's keep it in relationship.
Yes.
Let's stay in the community, so that we can figure out what it is that will allow you to be more authentically who God created you to be. And then finally, we talked about gratitude, and the whole idea that a community is grateful for what they have and what they give. I think so many times we talk about gratitude as just what's been given to us. But gratitude is also gratefulness for what you're able to contribute to the community. And so the campers really resonated with that.
Good.
And we have one of our Helping Hands campers. So she's been coming for almost as long as I've been alive. And she was one of the first recipients of the Hemlock Community Value Award. And the tears on her face were so, it was worth it. To be able to celebrate her contributions to the Skylake community over the years was just absolutely worth it. And for the most part, they were all kind of organically nominated by other campers and by other staff.
That's awesome.
Which was great. People really got into that. And so we're looking to kind of improve upon that this year. Interdependence, we're going to be also talking about our composting and food waste management stuff. So we're intentional about that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I've been remiss throughout this time to reintroduce you to those that might have entered into this conversation later, but we have been spending time with Matt Williams, the director at Sky Lake Camp and Retreat Center. I've been mesmerized by everything that you've been sharing, and I have forgotten to do so on a few occasions. What are some, we have about 4 minutes left, what are some things that are happening, some events that are coming up soon that you want to make sure that our viewers and listeners know about? Are there some dates, some important dates that are coming up?
So in just a couple weeks,
yes,
on the 20th of May, we will be having our annual open house and 5K trail run and walk. So our open house is free. Anyone can come up. They can see, we've been working on our East Shore cabins, painting them. So they are looking tip-top shape. I kind of call it, I walked into it, I said, I feel like I'm walking into an IKEA showroom. The colors, it's just very, very, very kind of that modern gray and navy bunk beds. People who've been coming to Sky Lake for ages may not recognize them. The graffiti is gone. They look really sharp.
Good.
That's definitely something to come see at open house. And that same afternoon, we do our 5K trail run and walk, which is always a great time. It's one of the ways we raise money for our campership fund. For any camper who needs financial assistance to come to camp. We don't want finances to be a barrier to anyone. So we have money to give. And the trail run walk helps raise money. And it's 5 kilometers on our trail network. So it's good. It's not easy, it's not super difficult, but it's challenging enough that particularly anyone who runs cross country will really enjoy this race. Awesome. And it's not too easy. So
good.
People can also walk it.
Yes. Good.
And then a couple weeks after that, we have our spring fling. So we have a family campground that's open on weekends through from May to October. It's a family-friendly, non-alcoholic campground. And so spring fling is our Memorial Day weekend camp out. And we also open up some of our cabins and our lodges too. But predominantly people come to the campground in May. Similar event on Labor Day weekend to kind of have families get together and go camping. Tents and trailers. Our campground can accommodate trailers up to 28 feet. So it's a great place to come and just kind of relax and let the kids run around together and explore creation. And it's great.
Awesome.
And then I'm really excited going to be working with the Reverend Corey Turnpenny from Whitney Point United Methodist Church. We're going to be offering our Leadership Enrichment and Development Foundations of Our Faith for the first time in November. So save the date for November 8th through 10th. It's intentionally for any adults who work with youth so that they can come and kind of have an honest, open conversation about what does it mean to think about God? What does it mean to think about God with youth? And what are some of the challenges that youth are dealing with today?
Exciting. That's exciting. So very needed.
Yes.
So, good. Well, Matt, thank you. This has been exciting. This has been something I always look forward to every year, and I want to thank you for your passion and your excitement and your dedication, and to your staff. And all the counselors and everyone that's going to be impacting and mentoring our children and youth, and all the groups that are going to be a part of this wonderful experience that we call Sky Lake. And so thank you so much for being with us and sharing this with us today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And I'm always blessed to think about and grateful for the team that surrounds me and what they do to help make Sky Lake open to everyone of all ages and abilities to come and explore their faith a bit more.
Right back to relationship.
Yep. It's all about relationship.
Absolutely it is. So friends, we have been blessed today, and I would ask that you continue to pray for this ministry and contact Sky Lake either online or by phone, any way that you choose to find out any answers to the questions that you might have. Again, have a blessed day, and may God bless you.